YouTube, so welcome back to another video. Sorry about the last video with the audio. I don't know why you was hearing me twice for some reason. But we are here with another review on a car that I be seeing. I don't even like Maseratis. I don't. But when I see this car beeps every time you get near it. I don't know why. It just beeps up and down the road. That's why I really wanted to review. I want to know why it beeps so much. But the car do look good. It's an SUV. It look pretty good. And I want to see what this car all about. Because it's interesting when you see it in person. So I want to see what this car about. So let's get in the video. Alright, time to get ready. I like these guys' videos. I be watching them sometimes. What is that piece coming off on the eyelid? That look like it's coming off. That look like it's coming off a little bit. Trust me, I know when parts are coming off, your fenders be coming off. I got a Nissan.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
These motherfuckers,
2020
they just drive
Maserati
cars all day,
Levante.
every day.
Trofeo with launch control.
Oh, are you?
2020 Maserati Levante.
Trofeo with launch control.
Oh, this car. So Maserati is straight Italian. Oh, they was flying a little bit.
Oh, that's a good launch.
Horsepower and torque.
590 horsepower, 538 pound-feet of torque from a 3.8 twin-turbo V8.
Made by
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
What?
So
car made by
previously we
Ferrari?
drove a Levante GTS. Now we're driving the
I ain't know
Trofeo,
Maserati
which
was
is the top
Ferrari.
trim.
Yeah, so this has about 40 more horsepower than the GTS.
Y'all probably like, this nigga
And
slow.
Trofeo in Italian.
What the fuck is supposed to
to
know about an
English
Italian
means
car? I'm
trophy. I
in the
guess it's
United States.
The trophy for being the fastest one.
Ooh, thanks for that translation. What does Maserati mean in English?
I don't know. I've tried some guy's last name. And that sucks too about not being Italian. Is if you make your last name a car company, it's gonna suck.
Like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
type
you're
of
totally
gray or
right.
purple?
Teresian?
Well,
it's
I
gonna
might be
sound like a
colorblind.
Soviet rocket ship or something.
I mean, it'd be cool.
It
to
look,
have a
it's
rocket
gray,
ship.
but it look like
If
it's
you like
got some
fast
type of
Italian
purple
SUVs
accent.
that sound really good, consider subscribing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we've
might
done
be
a lot of
tripping.
other
I
ones
don't
like
know.
the Alfa Stelvio Quadrifoglio and the Lamborghini Urus.
Which is kind of Italian.
It's Lamborghini.
It's
yeah.
Italian.
Come on.
So let's get to all the performance stuff because that is the piece de resistance of this whole car.
So this
It
car is
handles
basically
amazing.
just
The engine
supposed to be
is
a
amazing,
super fast
and I
sports car. It's not
absolutely
even
love
supposed to look
everything
really
about the
good.
way this drives.
So like all Maseratis,
It look good,
Feel
though.
like a rear-wheel drive car, even though this is all-wheel drive.
Let's send it into Cliche Corner to find out how
all-wheel drive twin turbo V8. That thing getting up out of there.
it handles. Oh my god, that downshift and
Woo!
oh my god, dude. This is like taming.
I know
a
that
wild
thing get
stallion.
up.
Like I hate the cliche, but like, wow, does this get out of hand?
It's weird because
It's
the
all-wheel
Gran Lusso
drive. That's that
Quattroporte
torque. That
didn't
500
feel like
plus
that at
torque.
all. Like,
Not at all.
Why are their SUVs more wild than their sedans?
Well, this is the top trim of the SUV, so maybe that has something
So
to do with it.
Ferrari already had a SUV before the Ferrari SUV came out, and it was this. But I think that Ferrari SUV gonna be crazy. I gotta review that net. I don't know. I might review. I don't know because I don't even think it came out yet. I don't even think because I would have seen Lil Durk with it or something.
But man, this thing feels wild. It's all over the place. Like it's literally like you're holding on for your dear life, like with a horse or somethething like that.
Yeah, and I feel like the last Levante GTS
don't know
was
why
like
this
that too,
car
and
look
the
good to me.
Quattroporte that we
Am I
drove
tripping, y'all?
was an SQ. It was not a GTS or a Trofeo. Actually,
I don't know.
if they have
Seeing
a
this
Trofeo.
car in
That was one of
person
the
look.
most exciting sets
This
I've
car
had
look
through Cliche
good, bro.
Corner. I gotta say that.
Like the
They make
person that
cool
got
cars
it,
in Italy.
like
This
when I
is
see this
amazing.
at work,
It's
I
just
be
kind of
seeing
all
it,
over the place, but
and
at the
it's
same
blue.
time, it's
That
also
thing-
extremely
like a
controllable. I know
nice
exactly what it's
blue
going to
with the-
do. It totally does
thing
feel
look
rear-wheel
good.
drive.
Yeah, they nailed it on the Levante.
They really did. So we've driven the Jeep Trackhawk. We've driven it through Cliche Corner.
knew they was
This
gonna bring
is
up the
the Italian Trackhawk. Like it really is.
Well, okay, the Trackhawk had an orange motor, correct?
Yes.
Guess what color this is?
Isn't it red?
Red, because of Ferrari.
I thought you were gonna say orange. I was like, wait, no.
No, it's red.
Carbon fiber
And it
on
looks
that
so
thing.
cool. Like this is probably the coolest
Okay.
engine bay of any modern car.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks really
What a
nice. Ferrari
What the turbos.
knows how to build engines because
I guess it's right there.
Because this is a hand-built Ferrari engine.
It's like designed by Maserati, built by Ferrari.
In Maranello.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of like Apple iPhones. Like designed in California, like built in China.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is an FCA product, so there is a lot of FCA in here, such as the infotainment and a lot of the buttons, which are straight out of like a Dodge Challenger or Charger.
However, they all work perfectly,
Yes.
so it's like the best of both worlds.
But
Hold
my
up.
God.
So is it
so let's talk about
an
this
Italian
engine,
car
the way
or
it
is it
sounds
an
and how hard
American
it
car?
pulls. Number one, the sound.
Because the
The
infotainment
way it
is literally
sounds
from
and
the
how
track
hard
hawk.
it pulls. But of like a Dodge.
This is the same thing in the track hawk.
Challenger or Charger.
However, they all work perfectly,
Yes.
so it's like the
Yeah,
best
that's
of both
literally
worlds.
from the.
But my God. Okay, so let's talk about
I
this
don't
engine.
know.
The way it sounds and how hard it pulls.
So they
Number one,
imported
the
here, they
sound.
import the engine, and they. That thing
Incredible.
get up
Like
outta there.
the most
I
unique
know that
V8
thing
sound
fast.
maybe ever.
Man.
I don't know about ever, but I do like it a lot. But my only gripe with it is when you're flooring it and when you're upshifting, you're not getting those grrr that you get on the 6-cylinder Italian cars.
Yeah, so this is an 8-speed ZF transmission, and we typically get that crazy chainsaw upshift sound out of these, like we did in the track hawk.
Make the sound with your mouth. Yeah, there you go. But you'll still get a bit of it, but since this is a luxury car, it is very insulated, and it's harder to hear it from inside. From outside, you can like really hear it.
All
when
they
it
need
passes
is a
by.
downpipe,
Yeah, it sounds
man. They
way
need-
better from the
Oh, do you
outside,
put
so let's have a
downpipes on a
listen
V8
to
twin
outside.
turbo, or what do you do? You just straight pipe. Probably just straight pipe. They just need a straight pipe, man. They get a straight pipe, it's gonna be right.
So now let's talk about how hard this engine pulls. I'm gonna downshift and go all the way to 7,000. Oh my God, yes.
That feels
7,000 in
really
a
good.
truck?
It feels
I think
really
the
good.
track hawk
Throws
got
you
more
right
than
back
that,
in your
probably.
seat, lifts up the
Probably
nose,
8.
love it.
It
Probably
sounds
7.
good, and if
I
you're
wonder where the
driving with the
red
window
line
down,
at.
you're gonna get a ton of blow-off valve
Was he
sound.
7
Yeah,
to-
you really are.
he
So I've
revving
been
to
driving
7,
in
but-
Corsa mode, which is the fastest mode, and that also changes the way that the gears shift, like way faster.
And do you love shifting with these carbon fiber paddles that are column?
I don't like this. This right here, I don't like. Like the gauges look trash. I don't know why. It just and it red line at 7,000. This is an SUV though. That thing. Man, he got the traction off too. He go. Hey, he driving the mess on this car. They got the carbon fiber paddle shifters. I wish my car had paddle shifters.
Mounted.
You know it, and it's only like a $500 option to get these in carbon fiber.
Yeah, otherwise you'll get them in aluminum. Like, I'm kind of cool with both.
Yeah. But the carbon fiber is a nice touch because it does.
$5 might as well put the carbon
and like I
fiber
said, I was
everywhere.
driving a Corsa,
$5.
which is the craziest
Yeah,
mode. We
come
also
on, you
have
got
sport, and we
$500,
also have
you got
ice.
Maserati.
What's ice?
ICE is increased control and efficiency. It's not internal combustion engine.
Yeah, which is basically comfort mode in any other car. And then we also have adjustable suspension. And the funniest thing, the most Italian thing that this does is when you have it in
Adjustable
Corsa
suspension.
and you
This
try and put
motherfucker
in
got
soft
hydraulics.
suspension, it's like, nah, you're in sport mode now.
Yeah. But you can raise it and lower it
Okay.
a lot, like a lot, and it does it very quickly.
Yeah, because this does have air suspension. It's adaptive.
getting pretty
it's
low
really
up
good
there.
Suspension, really comfortable.
Hey, I can't-
More on the
Damn, can y'all even see it? I'll probably see
firmer
it.
side because
I
this
ain't
is a
see
sporty
it.
SUV.
And I guess part of comfort and drive modes, if you're driving normally
The
on
car
the
got low,
highway,
though.
you can put it into lane keep assist, and it's got such a good highway driving assist mode.
One of the best that we've ever used in
Can it
any car or
drive
SUV
itself?
ever.
But it only works on like real registered highways, or else it'll give you the warning. And sometimes when you're going near an off ramp, or if you're going from one highway to another, it'll cancel itself.
Man,
But,
take your
like,
hand off it.
generally,
What
the
the
best.
fuck?
But you gotta have 2 points of contacts at all time. Like if I have one finger off, it'll give me the yellow thing, and then it'll go full yellow and tell me to put my hands back on.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can,
this shit
tap your
ass.
fingers between green and yellow. So now let's get
Tell
to
them
the
call
looks
up
of this
Tesla. They
Italian
need
track
the
hawk. Do you
real
like it?
autopilot.
Obviously, I like it. I like everything that's
This
Italian
car look
design.
good though. I don't know.
I like
am
it as well too, but let's start with the front end.
We've got a huge grille, and I think the Maserati SUVs look way more aggressive than the cars because of that.
I totally agree, and especially because of the headlights.
Am
They're
I
just like these straight slits.
Yeah, it looks really good, but I feel like I've seen a Jeep on the road that has very similar ones. I'm gonna try to get the picture of that. And you know, they
Is
are
it
both.
the Cherokee?
It's something. I just can't tell, but I feel like they're kind of got similar ones.
FCA.
Even though Maserati headlights, I just gotta try to get the. It looks really good, but and you know they are both on the road. It's very straight.
Kinda,
I just can't tell, but I feel like
kinda
they're kind
look
of
alike.
got similar ones.
FCA.
Even though Maserati headlights still look like Maserati headlights.
Yeah, and the overall front end does. We do have the same grille, just like we do in every Maserati, and then we have
So the
that big
FCA
trident
is
up
probably
front.
the
And
people
it's cool
that
because it's all real grills up there.
put the
moving up
chips
to
in the
the
car
hood,
so
we
that way
actually
your
have
car
two
can
vents,
go
which
over
kinda
certain
remind
miles
me of
per
the
hour
track
on
hawk.
too, huh?
They are real.
Yeah, oh, they're very real. And moving on to the side, we also have some more vents there. And what do you think of the overall
Are they
side
real?
profile?
I thought it was weird the first time we drove a Levante, like a little not proportionate. But the more I look at it, like I have not seen a single thing that doesn't look out of place
I don't
on
know
this.
why
I've
this
come
car
to a
look
revelation
good to
about
me.
this SUV, and it's my favorite of the non-coupe SUVs because it's the most coupey regular SUV.
Let me know if
You
y'all
know
think
that
this car
Urus?
look good,
Yeah,
or do
I
it
think
look
so.
trash?
A coupe.
I like the Urus more, but the shape of this,
Okay.
I think I like more.
Okay.
'Cause I feel
Yeah,
like
I
this
think
is
it
like a
looks really good.
low-key-
I really love that huge hard
This
body
a
line
low
we have at the
key
rear quarter
like
panel.
Yeah, and if you get it just
it
right in
looked
the front-
like it looked like you was going to pick your kids up if you was like had a lot of money and you was going to pick them up from like soccer practice, but you really got that shit under the hood though. That like nobody know that you got a Ferrari engine. The back don't look that good, but the front and the side, it look good. I'll say that. I don't like the lights.
Reflects pretty
I don't
nicely.
know.
Yes, we have a really good paint color
I
on
get
this.
this
I
car
think
probably
Maserati
like
kills it with all their paint colors as well.
Yeah, they're very metallic-y. And then we have the
7?
Maserati logo with
I feel like a
Trofeo
7
on the
or 6.
C-pillar, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's a cool way to flex on what model you bought,
But from
having
the
that
front,
on
that
the
thing
badge
look
on the side.
good.
Yeah, if it didn't
man.
say Trofeo, I'd be like, oh.
That thing
Yeah,
look
yeah.
good.
Now
from
I
the
know to
front.
look for Trofeo.
And I really like these wheels. They're like the
Only
Trident
pretty
style,
girl-
but
nah,
blacked
man.
out.
Yeah, I'm not really stoked on black wheels on this model, but I don't think they look bad at all.
And then we have big Brembos up front, which don't say Brembo, they say Maserati.
And you can get them in a bunch of different colors as well.
Yeah, for $0, I believe.
Okay, and then what is the Continental recommended tire for the Levante Trofeo?
The Sport Contact 6.
And now moving on to the back end, we do have a cool
Those come
little
with Brembo
spoiler
brakes.
up
You
there
can
at
change the brakes for free
non-coopy part.
with a
And then
brake
what do you think of
color.
the taillights? The normal
cool.
Maserati taillights.
I really like the Maserati
They
style
should've
taillights.
changed
They
the
just work on their
headlights,
SUVs
bro.
and their cars.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried to do something that like
They gotta
stretches
change
across the
those.
whole back end like everyone else is doing.
Because it got to be
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit
It's
more
cool that they're like
aggressive.
holding on to the older style.
And moving on to the bottom, we do have some quad exhaust back there, and I
Yeah,
think
the
it looks
back
really
just
good.
do
Yeah,
it
but it's
all.
2020 real, like
I
it's
know.
not connected, which is weird because I feel like on a lower trim it would be connected.
I think so too.
Man,
So that's
fake
kind of
too,
weird, but I
like-
get it because like you need that big aggressive look. And it also is nice that everything on this one
Not
is
even
blacked
aggressive
out,
in the
like
back.
all the window
Like,
trim
from-
and everything.
From this angle, this car look good. As soon as you see the back, it fuck it all up. Yeah.
I think it looks a lot more sporty that way.
Yeah, it's a pretty aggressive overall looking car. I probably wouldn't get it in gray, but it is a nice metallic gray.
I don't mind this gray because it's like a beigey metallic gray. Like this pops when it pops.
So it is gray.
It pops
I knew
really
it was
well.
gray, but
Let's pop you into the driver's seat.
Pop, pop.
that was gay as shit. Lord, this car launches.
good.
Oh my god. That twin turbo
probably the
go
way you get
crazy.
0 to
I'm
100
gonna tell y'all
time,
now.
just 3.9
Twin
seconds, a little
turbo
bit slower than the
better
track hawk.
than
So
supercharged.
now moving on to the interior, it is red and black and lots of carbon fiber because that seems like the sportiest option to do.
And you
Okay.
know how I feel about red and black and
got
carbon
a
fiber
panoramic sunroof?
interiors.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
you like
that.
that?
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
But everything in here feels very luxurious
see it up
besides the infotainment, which is Chryslerish. But I get it. It works, so I'm not mad.
Yeah, everything
Oh,
works
that joint
exactly
trash.
as
Look,
you'd expect.
it
You plug in
synced
your
together
Android
so
Auto, you plug
slow.
in your Apple CarPlay, everything works. You can rewind satellite radio, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. And then we got a 360 camera, reverse camera, but it is lower
Yeah,
res
that
quality.
joint
It's
trash,
definitely
too.
like current
Oh
slash
my
last
God.
gen FCA.
Yeah, and then
That
you still do
thing's
have some of
super
your hard buttons
trash.
for your climate, which is really nice, but you don't have your heated and cooled seats in there.
And one thing we noticed in this is when you
It's
turn
supposed
on
to be
the
a luxury
it'll
car,
give you, like,
no-
a warning. It's
no
like,
heated
do not
cooling
use this
seats.
infotainment while driving. And if you don't click OK, that thing stays on for a really long
Yeah,
time.
every other car will just flash that up and like, all right, like, 10 seconds later, it's gone. You
No,
have to
yeah,
click
yeah.
accept.
And then if we move on to our gauge cluster, we've got an analog speedo on the left, an analog tack on the right, a very visible red line. And the tacks are cool because they extend on both sides and you just see like everything moving when it's time to floor it.
I noticed that, and it almost makes it feel like it's weighted. It takes effort for the actual RPM gauge to move.
Yeah, it feels more special. So moving off the gauges, again, we do have our column mounted paddles, which I love. And then we've got the steering wheel, which does feel pretty big, but it's got something I also love, which is buttons to control your radio behind it.
Yeah, just like an FCA product.
Yes.
Even
Even older
I
ones.
didn't know they did
And
that.
then looking at this overall interior, I really
What
love
you need
the
buttons on
white
the back of
stitching
it for
on
if you
the
got
red,
buttons
and
on the front?
especially the
Like,
way it
what the
looks
hell?
on the headrest.
Yeah, it's a really nice contrast.
Messing
and you
around, press
pointed
the
this
wrong
out to
button,
me
trying to
earlier. How many
upshift.
cars do you see with these kind of cool headrests?
Not white stitching, because I feel like that's going to get dirty, and that's like a rich people thing to have.
So you're assuming that rich people enjoy spending their money to have their car clean because they have to?
Oh, for sure. They're
Okay.
like, oh no, I got this dirty on purpose.
All right.
Guess I'm going to have to get it
Man,
clean
they
again.
stupid. They stupid.
I assume. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no idea. And everything's pretty soft touch in here. The seats are also really comfortable.
I like them seats.
Yeah, I definitely like the seats
Them
in this
seats look
Levante
good.
Trofeo more than I like the seats
Those
in the
seats look good,
Quattroporte,
man.
which I assume would be the opposite, because that seems like more
Would
of
have
a
been better if they
luxurious
was
car
heated
seat.
and ventilated.
Yeah, for sure. But these are more
But
bolstered, so I'm also
guess they
equally
didn't
more
have time
comfortable
for
in this.
that.
And you know what's really cool is that
They're
if
too
the whole
busy
seating
with the
position
engine.
doesn't suit you perfectly, you can adjust the pedals to come closer to you with this button underneath the seat.
Yeah, such a random button location for that.
But I guess like
So the
for a
button
luxury
moves-
car, you want it to be perfect for whoever's driving it.
I get it. And we also have memory seats, obviously. And
The
heated.
button moves.
Yeah, no
the
massage though,
pedals.
but this is race SUV.
So the seat don't
you
move at
expect
all?
it.
It's obviously.
Like what's cool is that if the whole seating position doesn't suit you perfectly, you can adjust the pedals to come closer to you with this button underneath the seat.
Yeah, such.
Whoever's driving race SUV, so
Yeah.
don't expect it.
And then rear seat room is not the best for someone.
That
that's
thing
6'1"
bright
and a half.
red though.
And then we also have built-in peasant
No
blockers
back
into the
seats.
doors that are automatic, and the
You're not
doors in the
fitting
front
back
and
there.
back are frameless, which is like the coolest thing to have in an SUV.
Frameless with peasant blockers is now my new thing. Like, that's my favorite.
And these doors have soft close,
That
and
look
they
cool.
don't have notches for when you open the door. They kind of stay wherever you put them, unless it's really windy, and then I'd be like pretty sketched out.
I
But,
think I'd be sketched out.
but
too.
like on really windy days, like I'm sketched out no matter where the door stops.
It is nice in a tight parking lot, though.
And in the center area, we do have two cup holders that come out of this cool carbon fiber thing that opens up.
Can they
but they
cool?
are American-sized cup holders for North America and Canada. Will it fit
a Canadian cup? It fits.
That's an American small, I think.
Yeah, but it's a Canadian cup.
Yeah. But,
Let's check the visors now.
okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a pass, I guess.
Man,
It
they
passes,
check
but it's
everything. I
only
gotta
at
look
the
at their
top, like, this will
videos when I
not
look at
block
the reviews.
anything.
Man.
So the
They
angle of
check
that,
every-
because of that, I actually hit into
This man hit the
the
damn.
handle. That's so funny.
It's not a good design visor, but it's a full
Yeah.
pass.
It is a full pass, unfortunately.
And then
Unfortunately.
what about the back test?
visor.
Let's find out.
1, 2, 3,
Why the sound audio change?
4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh, yeah, they got
8,
space. They got
and
space.
9.
Your space will fit
Your own
some.
box on
some boxes.
patreon.com/the-straight-pipes.
Somewhere, but it's at the bottom left.
And we get these cars for a week, and every day this week we've been trying to press the upper button, which doesn't exist,
Yeah.
every single time.
Why
we still
they
can't
put it
get
right
used to
there?
it. I'm sure if you owned it, it'd be fine.
So that's pretty much it. But before we get to the price, I want to do a couple upshifts, downshifts, and a little bit of cliche.
Please do.
Let me hear this, man.
That sounds really good.
Sounds really good. The way that boost kicks in.
But it just doesn't sound as good as I want it to sound.
They
You know
need
what I
that.
mean?
But the
They
thing
need
is,
a
I know how good it
tune
sounds
and a
outside,
straight
right?
pipe. They
But
gonna
when
be
you
going
drive it, you wanna hear
crazy.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Telling
Send it
you,
in cliche, Yuri.
this car with a straight pipe and a tune will be, man.
Oh my god!
How easy is that?
That boy got
More fun.
sideways and all-wheel
Than
drive.
most cars on cliche.
It's nuts, eh? It's taming a wild stallion.
Yes. Taming a wild stallion. Okay, this is like the most legit SUV.
It's the craziest. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, let's get to the price.
It's a lot of money.
How much is it?
$168,500.
Get me out of here. End the video. I'll see you on the next one. 168.